Better late than never.
We're live. What's up, bitches?
Yo, 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 yo. It's
Howdy,
Monday night.
Not Sunday night.
I said Monday.
Monday night.
It's Monday, right?
It's Monday.
Okay. Hey, Shannon.
Let me tweet it out that we're on.
On and ready to go. Better late than never, like I just said.
Working on absolutely no sleep, bitches.
Christy's going to be a little off the wall. So don't mind her. Yeah, I actually slept a lot. I fell asleep actually at a normal time yesterday, and then...
It was you sleeping for both of us. That's what it is.
I was, because I slept at a normal time, and then when Michael got up to go to work, I was up for like about an hour or two, did all my phone calls, and then I fell back asleep, and he called me and woke me up and was like, I'm coming to get you for the doctors, and I was like, oh crap, I have one of those appointments today.
Hey, so. Jim.
Hey, Jim. Long time no talk. How you doing, troublemaker?
Oh, he's pretty Shannon missed him or not us.
Yeah, he doesn't care if we missed him. I didn't miss you then, Jim.
Yeah, it is, Jim.
Country lady. She has her name. Her name is Christy. And you missed her saying howdy, y'all. So that's on you. And she's not going to say why at all tonight.
No, she's going to talk more.
Or giggle a lot. One or the other.
She's our quiet one, but
she's working on no sleep right now, so she's probably going to get the tired ha-has at some point.
Yeah, if all of a sudden you guys
go through waves of those.
It's Christy.
Yeah. You definitely go through waves of tired ha-has when you're like sleep deprived, I feel.
Hell yeah.
Where weird things make you laugh. You're like, I'm laughing at this for no reason. I've got to tell somebody. And then when you tell them, they're like, it's not funny. You're like, yes, it is.
Thanks, Jim. CJ made all our pics and our banner and all that stuff.
I have ears.
Yeah, not country lady. She's the cat lady. Yeah.
Right.
If they're angel wings. I also have a halo.
Mm-hmm.
I have a halo and I have wings, so I could be half and half.
Yes, I made them look like devil kind of wings.
Well, that's
for
what
that reason.
That's what my mom used to tell us when we was kids and stuff. You need to behave and fix your halo.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
and mine has no little nose ring. Thank you, Jim.
No,
Is that why she's got big boobs?
The only thing that was partying last night, Shannon, was my back, and that's the reason I couldn't sleep.
Oh, goodness. Okay,
Yeah,
Angel's
I hate when
boobs are just as big as mine. They're just in a different shirt.
We are not fucking boobs. We're not. No. So jealous.
That's the only thing Christy noticed on all the pictures.
It's okay.
Hey, look, I got big boobs.
I'm only saying that, Shannon, because everyone I've showed has said the same thing. They've been like, you've got big boobs. I'm like, okay, I know. I even showed Michael. I was like, he's like, how come yours has the biggest titties? I was like, that's not what it is. I was like, Angel's are the same exact size. I use the same body for her. She just has a different shirt on, so they don't look as big.
That's because they are in real life too, Jim.
I was trying to make her look tinier so that she looked little like she is. She's tiny. Christy wanted to be a tiny with cat ears. That's what she told me. She said, I want to be tiny with cat ears. So that's what I tried to do.
Titties, though.
Wait, what?
I said I wasn't meaning my titties, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can make your boobies bigger. I can make them grow. I can be God. I can play God and make your boobs bigger. Only on an avatar, though.
Aw, damn. You got my hopes up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's not like, what is that? Wasn't it Bruce Almighty where he would think things
Yeah.
because he became God and, like, he made his wife, she's like, I think my boobs are getting bigger. Yeah. Doesn't work that way with me, sorry. I didn't speak to Morgan Freeman and get powers.
So what's everybody done all week?
Well, I met my new doctor today, which was nice. She was really nice.
Was he good?
Yeah. It was a she, and yeah, she was really nice. The only problem is she's leaving in June, so I'm going to be getting a new doctor again.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Yay, military. Yeah, that's kind of how it works, though. I'm used to that. You don't get used to anybody.
I did pretty much the same
because they're
thing.
not sticking around. Yeah, but other than that, there hasn't been much. We celebrated my mom's birthday.
Oh, cool!
She made it another year, which was good.
Yay!
I have the same doctor I've had for like 10, 12 years or more, and I got a thing from my from the hospital group that runs where my doctor's through, and they're not going to be taking my insurance anymore. So I either have to switch insurance companies or get a new doctor.
Do you pay for your insurance out of pocket?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But hopefully.
Thanks, guys.
I don't know. I thought I could find some.
Blame Trump.
There's a hospital. I don't care. I'll just go to the other one.
Right.
It's another hospital, and they're pretty much the same. And my cardiologist and stuff, he goes to the other hospital anyway. Right. And I don't like going to the one hospital because that's the one my mom died at anyway. So,
yeah.
So I'll look around, and even the doctor that I go to, he don't even go to the hospitals around here no more. He goes to one that's like an hour away.
Yeah. Like, is it? Well, if he's going to a hospital an hour away, he might still take your insurance.
No, he's in this medical group, and
oh, that stinks.
It's with the
Canada
hospital.
Jim wants you to blame Trump and blame Canada, or go to Canada. That's his solution.
I have a friend that's from Canada, and apparently Canada's their healthcare isn't what everybody thinks it is.
Speaking of Canada, where's Emily?
She's still at work, I think.
Okay.
I'll reach out to her. She's probably just getting home on the bus and stuff. I'll check in and see.
Yeah, so when Emily's here, she'll be the only one with the weird little stop sign still, and she won't have a picture. We'll have to see if she wants to get a picture.
Yeah, I can probably make her one. I'm the one that made the stop sign, so.
Oh, I didn't even know you'd made the stop sign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's good work since everybody thought it was just a picture from the internet.
I heard that it is free over there, Jim. But I've also heard that even though it's still like not, the best quality healthcare.
It isn't. Listening to Emily, because she's from Canada, that's what she complains about is the quality and not being able to get in contact with her doctors as often because of
have to pay for
everyone that is involved.
If you work,
yes, certain things aren't covered.
It's only free for the people.
I think she has to pay for her
so much amount of money.
Right, and I think it's also she has to pay for her prescriptions out of pocket.
It doesn't cover dental or glasses or eyes or prescriptions.
Well, mine doesn't cover vision. It doesn't.
Yeah, neither does mine.
Oh, mine covers it. Mine covers it all.
If TRICARE is set up like Medicare, basically. We get a little bit more than Medicare as far as what we're allowed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we're like if you can't do it on Medicare, 9 times out of 10 you can't do it with TRICARE.
Yeah.
If it's not covered by Medicare, a lot of the times it's not covered by TRICARE unless you've gone to specific, you have to go through hoops. And like, I couldn't get an MRI. I had gotten an MRI and I kept telling the doctor that I had moved in the tube. He didn't listen to me. I couldn't get another MRI for 2 years is what they said through TRICARE. So then they waited another 2 years and did an open MRI, and that's when they found the herniated disc in my back. So that's it. Like TRICARE and Medicare are weird like that. Like you have to do these certain steps. Like even if the doctor knows for sure that you have, say, mine hypothyroidism, like they can't go, oh, I prefer to put you on Armour thyroid, which is a type of medication. It states that you have to go through Synthroid, then levothyroxine, and then the doctor is allowed to choose from there. It's very weird. You have to go through steps and stages till you get to what they'll cover. Like, in order for them to cover it, they can't just skip steps. Like, they couldn't put me on a stomach medication until they did an upper endoscopy to see that I needed it, even though I had been on a stomach medication since I was very young.
Yeah, my dad.
It's a good time. Christy knows.
Yep.
But when he had that heart surgery last year, it covered almost everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it cost like $600 for him to have that open heart surgery.
That's not bad.
I mean, that ain't bad. That was like a $60,000 surgery. So, and he was in ICU for like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they covered it.
Yeah.
And I figured, hey, I'd rather pay, $600-800 than pay that big old thing.
Now, is he on Medicare?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the times they do cover things. Like with my mom.
Medicare, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
Medicaid.
No, he gets Medicare.
Okay, so Medicaid is what you get, or do you get both, Christy?
I get both.
I thought so. Yeah, I knew there's a difference between the two, and I always get them backwards when I talk about them.
Yeah.
Still doesn't. It's bad.
Wait, what?
I have both, but it's bad. I still get bills and everything.
Now,
Whereas
can you?
I just had straight Medicare, not Medicare, Medicaid. I didn't get anything but the copay, which was like, $3 for copay. And now that I've got Medicare and Medicaid, I'm getting bills of $150, $200, stuff like that when I go to doctor visits now.
Oh,
but can you?
That's not right. You live on a fixed income.
Yeah.
How the hell do they think that you're supposed to be able to afford it so easy?
They don't.
Isn't that something you can like send in and show proof of? Do they only have one?
And it still comes back with I'm having to make payments.
Man.
That's crazy. Because I know that there's times where you can appeal it.
Yeah, that's what I have. I have appealed it, but.
Yeah, that's crazy that they do that, especially with you being on a fixed income. It's like they're trying to make their money back. Like,
right. I would have to find a rich man, Jim. And I'm not looking.
Pay them $5 a month or $1. As long as you pay them $1 a month, they won't come at you.
Well, technically, all they're gonna.
Because I have to see the doctor. He's one of my specialists.
Yeah.
So
it's not. He can't deny seeing you.
They almost have.
Really?
A primary care doctor.
Oh, a primary care can't.
It's the hospitals that can't.
My pain care specialist. Okay. He can deny. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, he can deny you. Okay. That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I know that, like, with medical debt, like, it doesn't really do much to your credit.
Yeah, it used to, but now Obama had it fixed to where it can't hurt your credit no more.
Yeah, it doesn't really hurt your credit. Because I had, right after my divorce, I had gone to a back specialist and a back doctor, and I had insurance, and she had sent me to physical therapy, and then she also sent me to get shots done in my back, pain shots, kind of like I guess what you get, Christy. I don't know exactly, but it was a pain management situation, and I had a copay for the physical therapy, and I had a copay for her to do the shots, and I paid those. Then when I had left as a patient, like a year and a half later, they sent me a bill of $1,500 or $1,600 out of nowhere for the physical therapy because it supposedly wasn't covered. And I'm like, yes, it was. I had insurance. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I got a separate bill saying that I owed $700 to her office. And I'm like, I've paid all my copays. Like, what is this? And I appealed it, and they never got back with me. And then all of a sudden it showed up on, I started getting calls, like, from collection calls. And I'm like, nobody's ever gotten back to me. Like, I don't know what this is about. And then all of a sudden, like, when I told them that and I said I had insurance and everything like that, the collection calls stopped. And when I checked my credit report, the one's on there, but the other one isn't. So I don't know what's going on with it, but I just know that it wasn't affecting my credit score.
Yeah.
Because I had reached out to, what is it, Ashurion? Isn't that one of them?
Well, Obama fixed it so that
something like that. Experian, that's what it is.
It don't go on your credit no more. Medical bills don't.
Wait, your copay was $1, Shannon? Like $1. I've never heard of somebody having $1 copay. Like, I've always heard like 5 or 15 or 25, like increments of 5, but not like you owe me $1. Dollar make you holla.
Mine is $10.
That's funny.
That's pretty good, $1.
Yeah, right.
I mean, but I used to go to the doctors before they started messing with mine after I got on Medicare. It was like $3.20 was my copay for doctor visits. And
okay, that's even weirder.
for medicines, it was like $1.20. So it was like,
why would you? Who carries around 20 cents in their pocket?
I don't know that you really did.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what though? My sister's that type of person, you know, that's at the register that always has the exact amount of change and they have to go digging for it in their wallet.
Right.
So she would be the type of person to be like, my copay's $3.20. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 2 nickels and 1 dime. And that's everything, right? You're like, oh my God. She does it all the time. Like, she gets it down to the penny.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so hey, let's talk about what's going on in YouTube land.
Okay.
Charlie Chill's back at it.
What?
Did you see Charlie Chill's back at it? He got drunk last night, and he was mad because Tina did a live stream and said that AGP was addicted to drugs, which Michael's even admitted that his dad was hooked on the pills a little bit. I mean, that's why Angry Grandpa would go with the pain pills and stuff like that. He was like, I'm done with that shit. I'm not fooling with it.
But that was like earlier in his life. That wasn't recent.
No, that wasn't recent.
AGP.
Well, that was back when he lived in the trailer park that Tina and them live in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Charlie Chill can't let that go. And he's all, she's talking shit about my dad. I'm going to stick up for my dad and all this and that. And people, he had a live stream this morning and I went and looked at it. And people were all like, well, you said shit about your dad too. He accused his dad of being a pedophile.
Yeah.
And I mean, he said all kinds of shit about his dad. And it is funny that his dad didn't want nothing to do with him when he was on his deathbed, but he asked for Tina. So, but a lot of his is because he's drunk and he's an addict and all that. And I think that Michael helping him hurts too because, I mean, but apparently Michael's done. Michael's not going to help him again.
Well, I was worried that Charlie would go back to what he was doing when I realized he was in Columbia this weekend.
Yeah.
Because that's their old that's their old home.
Well, you know that guy he lived with in Maine?
Yeah.
That guy did a video saying I don't know what I can't think of what all he said. I didn't watch all of it and stuff. I didn't get to like sit and like really watch it. But apparently, Charlie's the type of person that wants a handout everywhere.
Yeah.
That guy had him. He was there, and that guy that he was staying with helped him get a job, and he was doing good and stuff. But from what Isaac said, he was still drinking at the time. And they also said shit about like when he was at the funeral. Isaac said really the only reason he went to the funeral was because he wanted to try to get a bunch of subs. His whole world is nothing but his YouTube channel because he gets money for that. And people, you got to see the people in it's throwing him super chat money and stuff.
Mm.
So, I mean, I don't think he'll ever straighten up as long as people keep handing him money.
It's hard when people are supporting it.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Because Michael cut him off money-wise, but then Michael gave him money to come to the funeral and stuff. Which, I mean, I understand that they just lost their dad and stuff, and Michael thought that maybe he was legit and stuff. But apparently, as soon as right after the funeral, he was back to drinking. And he really thinks that people can't tell when he's been drinking or on drugs and stuff. He was on Twitter last night just cussing up a storm and stuff.
Unfortunately, a lot of people that go through like deaths and stuff like that are addicts will go back to it after the death of a loved one or whatever.
Yeah, well, he quit after that. He quit.
He quit after
died, he got clean. But he's gotten clean like 10, 20, 40 times. And he just, he'll be all right for a month and then he goes right back to it.
Now, is it just drinking or is it
drinking and drugs?
What drug? What's it like? What's his drug of choice?
I have no idea.
Do you know? Oh. I wasn't sure if you knew what's got him.
No, I don't know. No,
if it's like weed or if it
don't make you act like an idiot.
Right.
I think it's mostly alcohol. And a lot of people don't know that alcohol can make you do some fucked up shit.
I spent most of my 20s drunk, so I know it makes you do fucked up shit.
But I mean, if you're actually an alcoholic, it can change your personality.
I know it can. It really can. There
are a lot of mean drunks.
Yeah.
I can be completely honest that I drank enough after and during my ex-husband because I was so unhappy.
Yeah.
That even my friends that knew me before my ex-husband were telling me that my personality had changed.
Yeah.
And it was that and a lot of the times it was when I drank. And it was specific things that I drank too. But I haven't. Michael's my witness. I think we went out to dinner. What was that? Last Thursday? We went to Chili's last Thursday. And they have like margarita nights, and I used to love margaritas or whatever. I was like, I'll try one. And it was a mango one. It was really good. And I had one and then I had another one. And we got in the car and I looked at him and I was like, I'm drunk. It used to take me almost a bottle of Jameson or something like that to get drunk. And I'm like, I'm legitimately drunk. I don't like this feeling no more. And it had been so long since I had drank. So,
Jim, that would be called a one-night stand.
I wanted to say something, but I was going to be quiet.
No. Too sassy.
You know where my head was going. Oh, man. No, I have not gotten drunk and had sex with a stranger. I can say that.
I have had a one-night stand and I wasn't drunk while doing it, so hey.
You are not alone, Shannon. My husband now has had sex in. Oh, you said with a Mexican. Never mind. I thought you said in Mexico. My husband got.
My younger sister almost married a Mexican guy before she met the one she ended up with.
Aww.
Yeah, Michael went to a resort and got a massage, and it was not a legit massage. I mean, for him it was legit, but she said, "Okay, get up, dress, get on the table," and he turned around twice. She had already had the condom on, and it was over.
Happy ending.
Wow.
Exactly. Well, then he tried again in where? Guatemala or Ecuador? Which one was it? Ecuador. He tried again in Ecuador when he was on deployment. Before me, mind you. But when he was in Ecuador, he tried to get because everybody was like, "Oh, we can go get a massage from this place. It's only like $20." And because it was $20, he figured, "Oh, it's not legit." And he kept wiggling his hips to try and to take the little towel off that they put to cover you. He kept wiggling his hips whenever she would turn around to take the towel off, and she just kept putting it back on until she's like, "Okay, you're done." And he left the room, and he's like, "Well, damn it! Why did I pay the $20?"
It was not $20 love you long time.
No, it was not. Yeah. This is the same place that he almost got kidnapped by some old taxi driver. Oh, you almost got kidnapped in Costa Rica? I thought it was Ecuador. Was Ecuador the place?
Ecuador talking about to push the cab because he was trying to do shady stuff.
Yeah, I thought Ecuador was the one where he locked you in.
No, that was in Costa Rica.
Oh, that was Costa Rica. Okay, I'm sorry. Costa Rica, the taxi driver locked him in the car and took him through like all the bad neighborhoods and everything like that and wouldn't let him out of the car. And he thought he was going to have to draw his weapon because he thought he was being kidnapped. But it was just a shortcut to the pizza place that he was supposed to be taking him to. I was like, "See, fat kid, pizza got you in trouble." Because he is a pizza fanatic. Like if I asked him every night, "What do you want for dinner?" "Pizza." He has the eating habits of a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
3-year-olds don't get to pick what they eat. No,
but you do. You have the eating habits of a 3-year-old. All you requested when we went shopping were fruit snacks and peanut butter crackers. Like a little kid. But I had a one-night stand with a guy who was weird. Well, that happens.
I've been young.
I mean, if you met him at a bar.
I think
Did you meet him at a bar?
We've all been young, done strange things. Have stories to tell on the front porch later on in life.
Yep. Well, I thought my husband now was only going to be a one-night stand. We had met, we hung out, we had done it, and then he disappeared for a month. And it was because his phone broke, and he only had a little track phone, and he didn't have any of his phone numbers until he had gotten to the Verizon store. But because he had duty for work and everything like that, he just hadn't, and he's lazy. When it comes to having to go and deal with customer service stuff, he will drag his feet as much as possible. That's what I mean when I say he's lazy with that stuff. Because he gets very frustrated at the people when they don't understand how he's asking.
Right.
Which anybody does. So, but yeah, it had taken him a month. And then out of nowhere, I get this text message, "Hey." I'm like, "Who's this?" And he's like, "You don't remember me?" I'm like, "Oh, shit. Who is this guy?" Like, I had to try and figure out who he was. He's like, it's Michael. I'm like, oh, hey. I thought you had dropped off the face of the earth. And he's like, no, my phone broke. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. I was thinking he was just blowing smoke up my ass. Like, I just figured he was looking for a booty call. Like, I literally had it in my head. Like, he doesn't want to hang out. He just wants a booty call, you know? And he's like, you want to go to brunch? And I was like, maybe. And he's like, I'll even bring the track phone to prove you that my phone was broken. I'm so sorry. And he did. He brought the track phone and everything. So, and then we went to brunch. But yeah, it was I really thought he was just going to be a one-night stand. That's how you roll. You leave the girls dangling. Is that what it is?
No, I don't leave them dangling because I sex them up so good they can come back for more.
What do y'all think about what happened to Geek?
Oh, I'm upset about that.
I didn't know that they actually went in while he was streaming and shut him down.
No.
Right, like I don't even know how that happened.
It did though.
I think that's a rare occasion that they do that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has my dude working on it.
Right.
We'll see if he gets the strike taken away.
I mean, he already has somewhere else that he's working on and stuff like that. But to be like in a stream and just have them shut you down, it's just craziness. Like I didn't even think you could report streams like that.
Yeah, I've heard of that happening. Oh wow! I was in a stream one time. I don't even remember who it was. I think it was a base mama stream. And she had talked about it where she was in a stream one time and they came in and took it down. But it was because they was talking racist and talking about sex and everything else, like big time. But I mean, all her streams has racism in it and stuff.
Oh, well, we need to stop talking about one night stands then.
Yeah, right.
Oh, they flagged his video while he was streaming, and when they pulled the video itself, then the stream went down. So they didn't flag the stream; they flagged one of his videos.
Okay, that makes sense then, I guess. Because I mean,
I don't get that whole.
I feel like that stuff's kind of automated.
That's ridiculous. Don't flag a video if there's not something awful in it.
Right.
Or something that you didn't.
I mean, I can understand like Deal 5, yeah. I flagged a bunch of his videos.
Yeah.
But you don't go in and flag somebody because you don't like them. I don't like you, so I'm going to flag your videos. That's ridiculous.
Which video is it that they flagged? Like
the one where he was going after Phildo.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I mean, Phil has plenty of videos where he's. I guess it's all in your wording. Because I know when Geek gets upset, like he goes off. He can cuss up a storm when he gets mad. So like.
Yeah, but I mean, and he uses insults too.
Right.
And although Phildo does do insults and stuff, he uses mild ones.
Right.
So I guess they don't go after.
He kind of, honestly, like when Phil would insult you, it would kind of be like the 5th grader insult, you know? Like,
yeah, well, like your mom is stupid.
Yeah. And then like Geek is like, you're a fucking cunt. Like,
whoa!
2 different things. You know what I mean?
Your mouth, youngin'.
I'm sorry. Was that too sassy?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, but I mean, that was like the difference. So I guess maybe it was just the verbiage. Because I don't know. I mean, go ahead.
It's okay to criticize someone, but when you're criticizing someone and you're going, and you're a fat fuck, that's not so much criticism, that's insulting.
Right, and but I guess it's freedom of expression too, though. I mean, I'm not saying that isn't allowed to express himself, but I do like looking at some of the bigger YouTubers that are complaining about their channels being demonetized or videos not being approved for monetization and stuff like that, and it just being because they're talking about a certain topic or something.
Yeah.
Clearly freedom of expression is kind of getting taken away on YouTube lately, and freedom of speech. So the fact that he was talking like that and then they just kind of took down his video, I don't know, could just be they're clearly YouTube as a whole are trying to change and become something different, and so if you don't fit their narrative, they're definitely cracking down. Unfortunately, I don't think it's fair.
What I'm going to say about YouTube right now is if my daughter was younger, after what I've discovered of YouTube, there would be no way I would allow her to be on it unsupervised at all. And that is even with parental settings set. Because you remember what I showed you, CJ.
Uh-huh.
And
I've found worse now.
Yeah.
Oh.
At any given moment, you can find a naked woman on YouTube past parental blocks through children's contacts, which is doing a certain search of certain words, and it'll be in the thumbnail. She'll be laying there spread open, everything out.
Yeah, you told me about that.
That's ridiculous.
Just because it's considered educational.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to. Part of the issue with YouTube.
Find men naked on there.
I watched
it's so wrong for men to go naked online, stuff like that, but it's not wrong for women to.
I watched a while ago. This was like a long time ago. Someone had shown me a video on YouTube of a man getting his genitals turned into female genitals. So, I mean, there was that at least. I don't know if... Yeah, it was a medical surgery that they were doing. They were basically turning his penis into a girl's part.
Yeah, I saw a video like that, but it wasn't on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes, Jim. Yeah. Videos like that also. Those are things that children can just stumble onto. I mean, I can't see why children would be searching what I had to search to find it, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like mixed stuff like that where it's a surgery. I don't know that that's so bad, but people need to watch their kids.
Yes.
Yes.
People shouldn't let their kids just watch anything like that. But that's this day and age.
The internet, TV, and tablets are not your free babysitters.
Yeah.
No,
that's what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
A lot of people are turned around looking at the computer screen themselves or on their phones while their kids are doing the exact same thing and they're not watching what their kids are watching.
The thing that drives me the most nuts is when you watch a family come into a restaurant and they sit down and the first thing the kid does is pull out their tablet. Are they allowed to do that at home while they're eating dinner? Like, what happened to the family? Yeah, exactly. What happened to the family conversation?
Yeah, that's
how do you know what happened in your kid's day? How do you know your kids, like, how they then complain about bullying in schools? How do you know if your kid's being bullied if you're not talking to them at dinner time? You know, like, it's... But what I was saying with that, not to go off on the tangent of parents watching their kids, is there are how many videos getting uploaded a day, and it's really hard for YouTube to monitor everything.
They need to hire more people.
And I get that, like, we're supposed to help them out as a community and flag things, but if people are going to continue to abuse the system and false flag or flag for silly reasons and get channels taken down and everything like that, when there's all these other things that are sitting out there for kids to see. You're not helping the community. You're just you're hindering it at that point. Somebody makes you mad, that's not what that button's for. So now you're taking time away from those people at YouTube who are working hard to try and keep the content, relative and, not unhealthy. And you're sitting there flagging people left and right, and they have to take their time out of that schedule to go ahead and deal with those flags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's...
Hey, how do you guys like the new name?
Well, that's just like, false calling 911. You're taking up resources that need to be there for other purposes. So.
Yeah, they should watch that. People that are running around flagging videos left and right, when they're flagging the wrong videos, they need to suspend them or something like that. There needs to be a consequence.
Yeah.
That's what they should do. They should watch the people that are flagging them.
Mm-hmm.
Both, for sure. I think they should be watching the people that get flagged. They still have to review it. And if they review it and there's nothing wrong with it, they need to go back into that person's history and see how many videos they have flagged. Yeah. Take a look at it and see how many of them have been overturned. If there's so many that are being overturned, maybe you're a little too sensitive for YouTube. You should take a moment and not have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe you shouldn't be watching these videos. You should go outside and enjoy the sun. Like, plant something. I don't know.
Now, wait a minute. We said that I'm not mean enough for the internet. We've said that before.
Yes, we have said that. You're not mean enough for the internet.
I'm from the internet. I'm here to help.
You're from the internet. You're here to help, Michael? Oh, okay. You only speak meme, so I don't want to hear you.
I have assimilated with the internet and now communicate with it.
Yeah. He only talks in memes, so... Like, I'll text them. I'll be like, hey, are you on your way home? And I get a meme back instead of, like, yes or no. I get a meme of something.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like when you're false flagging, there does need to be a better system. But at the same time, like, I feel like Christy said, but even with the 911 situation, there's so many people who are swatting people now. Like that story they had just a little bit ago, I think it was only a month ago, where the guy got shot and killed because...
Yeah.
And the swatter's actually getting... or he got arrested and I think he got like 8 years. I can't remember what he actually got.
Has he even went to court yet?
I don't know. I think he did.
I don't know. It hasn't been that long.
I mean, they do, like, don't
Unless
they
he did a plea
sentence? Well, maybe that's what he did. I'm not certain. I just know that there was that swatter who swatted somebody just because it was over a $2 Call of Duty game.
Yeah.
And it was between the same team, the kids were on the same team, they got mad at each other. And this one person reached out to the swatter who swats people on the regular for the sake of swatting people, and now he's facing jail time all because they sent him to the wrong address, and when the guy came to the door they didn't know what he had in his hand.
Yeah.
So that because they were told that he had a gun. And
well, he probably got doxed, Jim, because people think that's a fun thing to do.
Mm.
People think it's okay to...
What happened
just hand
with the address
number over with no consequence.
What it was is the two people on the Call of Duty team, they got mad at each other, and they had each other's, or what they thought was each other's address, because the one kid had given him his address. So he took the address that was given to him and went to the swatter. But the person who had given him the address gave him the wrong address. And so, like, basically everybody in that situation was guilty. The guy who gave over the address to the swatter, the one who gave the wrong address. Like, if you're getting that heated over a Call of Duty game, for $2. $2. You don't need to be playing that game.
So you lost
you
your
need to go
$2
outside.
and you're going to prison.
Right. You need to go outside. Right. You need to go outside and go play. Like, pick up a football. Throw it around a little bit.
Yeah.
It'll be fun for you. Like, it's just sad that that's happening. I mean, what was it? Eugenia Cooney who got...
It was only a matter of time before it would happen anyways.
Right, because people do it and think it's funny.
Yeah.
Eugenia Cooney got swatted on New Year's Eve. They had cops at her house on New Year's Eve. She was streaming on YouNow. And her father came in and told her to shut it down because the cops were downstairs waiting to talk to her.
Yeah.
I mean, that was right after the shooting incident. It's crazy. The actual community of YouTube is going crazy. Everybody's going nuts.
Well, some people would blame the cops, but they're out there on the streets and I don't know.
Blame the cops for shooting the guy?
They have to treat every call like it's legit.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if they don't, they're liable to get that one that is legit.
Yeah.
Right. The family, I don't think, was blaming the cops. That's the thing. I mean, they were until they found out that it was all due to a swatting situation. Once it came out in the news that they found out it was because somebody else sent them to the house and everything like that. But at first, of course, you're going to blame the cop. Like, why did my innocent son get shot? Because he was a dad. He had a kid. There was kids in the house. There was a 3-year-old that, if I remember correctly, in the house at the time that he got shot. But if they're told that he has innocent lives being held up in a house, because that's what the kid had said, that the swatter, because Keemstar had it on there and had a recording of the call that happened from 911, and the swatter himself said that he had his dad held hostage because he made him mad, and he had a gun, and he was going to shoot him and then shoot himself, and he wanted to commit suicide. That's what he had told him. And 911 was sending them to go and help them. And this guy answers the door. They don't know who he is.
Yeah.
You know, he heard lights and sirens and stuff like that. He opened the door and gets shot because they don't know if he's coming out with a gun or not, you know?
Yeah. Hey,
especially if he had something in his hand.
Y'all think about the question that was left for you on last night's video?
Oh crap! Let me go back and read that. Hang on.
I'll have to go look.
Me?
It was from Cat Scratch Granny.
No, I did not see it. What was the question?
Oh, hold on. Let me find it. She said, I want to know what position each of you take in the Sass Pack, i.e. lead, moderator, mediator, opposition, example.
Who's taking the lead?
Who is the leader? Who's the mediator? Who's opposition? I don't know that any of us are like a lead.
I mean, Angel's the one who sets everything up for us. We kind of discuss and talk about behind the scenes what we want to talk about each week. And when we're going to have time.
Sometimes, and they'll be like, yeah, let's talk about that. And then sometimes one of us will throw something out and we'll be like,
yeah,
no,
we kind of just collect. Yeah, we kind of collect the things we want to talk about.
There's not really any leader, per se.
Right.
We're all pretty much equal for the most part.
For the most part, we are. I mean,
to me, if I was streaming just myself, I'd probably be boring. I would. I don't have like certain people, certain YouTubers can get up there and I mean they can keep people occupied. Like Negs. Negs can sit and talk for 2-3 hours, just himself, keep everybody entertained, and all that. I'm not like that.
Right.
That's why I like doing the group streams.
Right. And like, as far as like opposition and stuff like that, we all take different sides of the fence when it comes to different situations and stories. There's never,
Yes.
there's very few things that are few and far between that we all agree on at the same time.
That's true. We don't agree on a lot of things, but we don't
Hate
fight
to
and
say
argue
this.
about it.
Me and Christy agree more than me, Christy, and Angel agree.
But we don't sit and fight about it. And
No.
all three of us are like, okay, well, let's just agree to disagree and move on.
Exactly. Yeah, if it ever comes up to that point. But normally we can
Yeah.
see each other's side of things. We normally talk it out, see each other's side of things.
Yeah, because I mean, everyone has opinions.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to respect another person's opinion.
Right. Exactly.
Where did Clorox go? Well, he went to clean some other areas. No.
Yeah.
He got to playing, back to playing that game that he plays.
Second
And he
Life.
just got more back to doing that and stuff. He's
Yeah,
more of a gamer than he is a streamer anyway.
Yeah.
I talked to him in email, so.
Oh, I didn't know you talked to him.
Well, it's been a while since I talked to him, but I did talk to him.
Well, Bill wanted to remove himself from some of the drama and stuff like that. So
And
he
he's
actually
not on
does.
Twitter neither. Bill ain't.
Yeah, Bill isn't on Twitter. So Bill actually, I think, streams with
AJ.
AJ now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bill
so he is out there. If you miss him, you can always go catch him over on AJ's stream. Yeah. So, but I think there's a little too much hormones. I think there's a little too much estrogen in this stream for Bill nowadays. He's always by himself when we'd have him on. He'd be the only guy holding it down. So, but he did say he just kind of wanted to get out of the drama and everything and just take some time. And then he started streaming with AJ and really likes it over there. So,
which is good.
Yeah. More power to
there
him.
was no big falling out or anything like that.
No. Nope.
I mean, people just, we were gone for like 2 months. I was like, especially over Christmas and stuff.
Oh goodness, yeah, we were all busy.
I mean, we kept in touch on Twitter and stuff, but I mean, and I had a kid home from college, and it was like, run.
Go here, there, and the other place.
Let's go here. Let's go do this. Let's do that.
Yeah. And Christy had a lot of time with her daughter.
Yeah, Christy's wasn't in school, so.
Yeah. And then I was moving. I was moving a lot.
From college, and they want to just run.
Yep. So the
one thing I think... Sorry. The one thing I did see with Catch Scratch question that I kind of wanted to address and say is another thing that's really cool about our group is we can be friends with anybody we want to be, and none of us will get mad at each other. Like, I used to go, prior to the information we had found out, I used to go to Phil's streams and just hang out and talk. Because some of the people that went in there were pretty cool. Christy had gone to Phil's streams, So, when we say we really... Yeah, when we say we really don't have a leader, or we say, we all get along, or we have no set rules or like whatever, like... The only time that we ever get mad at each other is if we all agree on something and then we renege on it. I mean, if we're like, oh, we're going to stay out of the drama, and then somebody dives head first into it,
Yeah.
of course we're going to call them on it. You know what I mean? We're like, what are you doing, Angel? What are you doing? And if they want to take offense to it, that's them. But
go and grab me by my shirt and be like, get the hell out of there.
Exactly. We got to go fishing for an angel. No, but like...
Christy, let's go grab Angel.
Yeah. Let's get her before she goes off the deep end. I mean, rightfully so. People are coming at you left and right. You feel like you need to defend yourself and fight for yourself, which is given. You're allowed to do. But I know that if I got too far or too in too deep with someone or something where, you know, my thoughts were being skewed because I was just angry, I'd want a friend to step in and be like, hey, you're putting yourself in a bad position. So that's pretty much what we do. And for the most part, we all are like, oh, thank you. You know, other times it doesn't happen that way. And unfortunately.
And we'll, and like, even if something's happening in our lives and stuff, we have each other to vent to, too.
Exactly.
If I get pissed off because somebody did this or that, all I got to do is yell and scream and tell them about it.
Yep. Yeah, we pretty much talk about everything. There isn't anything we don't talk about.
Yeah.
Which I think
learned that the internet is. I need to be careful where I put my heart and my trust at, because I've been pretty hurt over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's a hard lesson.
Well, see, and I'm the type, like, if CJ goes to a Phil stream, what does that have to do with me? I can't tell CJ or even Christy who they can or can't watch on YouTube, or who they can or can't talk to.
And I'm the same way.
I'm not their boss.
I'm the same way. If Christy likes somebody that, you know, I don't get along with and she wants to talk to him, more power to her.
It just means
we just don't
talk about you. I mean,
right. I don't ask about that situation. I'm not like, oh, hey, how's that doing? I don't care. If I'm not going to enjoy that topic of conversation, I'm not going to ask about it, you know?
Yeah, there's
so.
If I don't care, why ask about it?
We all have plenty of other things to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we can sit in just hang out, just us three, for hours and hours and never bring up anything to do with online or anything like that. We don't need drama to have a conversation.
Yeah. What's your question, Jim?
That's true, Shannon, because everybody's allowed to speak to who they please. This ain't third grade where it's...
Unfortunately, Shannon. Unfortunately, Shannon, sometimes that's just how it happens. Jim's tough question. What happened to J-Love? Who wants to take it? How about this? I'm already getting talked about by her anyway. I'll take it. We had all talked about just kind of staying out of the drama, not getting into it, everything like that. And she went headfirst into it on Twitter. And when Angel said something on the thread, and then I said something on the thread about, hey, because she was attacking a specific person, or I felt she was attacking a specific person.
She was attacking one of our own.
Well, she was
Viv Hyde.
Yeah, she was going after Viv and saying some things because she had questions, and questions are one thing, but I felt it was an attacking nature. I called her on it, and she got angry, and from that point on, she didn't want to hear me out, didn't care, and decided she was no longer going to be friends. And that was the last that I have talked to her until this talked to or about her until this moment. So, however, you will hear
so everybody
others.
knows that stupid video she made crying that her phone was hacked. She says her phone's hacked every other week. We don't know how to hack phones. We don't care to hack a phone. We have no use. We have none of her info. I don't run online and look everybody's info up.
She honestly never gave us any info.
Doxed me, but I don't need
the most that you guys knew about her. The things you knew about her, we knew about her. If anybody in this chat was closest to her, it would have been me, and I can tell you right now, the most I know was her first name and her husband's first name, and that's it. I don't know anything else. She didn't give out anything else. She didn't feel comfortable giving out anything else because of things that happened to her in the past. So we never pried, we never looked, and we're not going to look. That's not what we're
I don't know how they
hacker.
hack computers.
I know that there's a way you can. I don't know how to do it, but I know that there's a way to clone a phone.
Yeah.
I know that there's that, but I don't know how. And that you have to like. I thought you had to be be on the same Wi-Fi network or something. I don't know. I don't even know how it works. But if you think about it, when she was in with us and talking to us on a daily basis or whatever, or when we had these streams, she had said several times that her phone was hacked or her pictures had gone missing.
Yeah,
or
I'm sure some of the
that, and the third. Yeah, so I mean,
that's why she couldn't.
Sorry.
In the chat, she could only
I'm
be
sorry
in
your
Hangouts.
phone doesn't want to. Yeah, her phone never let her in the chat. She only could talk in Hangouts or whatnot because of the fact that her phone was always wonky. So.
Me either, Jim. I don't know how these people do all the shit they do. But
yeah, I mean, I wish her well.
The best because to be honest, Christy and CJ are really the only ones I trust, and I trust Emily. And if I can't trust somebody, it's hard to even. I mean, I rarely even talk to J-Love like out of here.
Well, I mean, we trust, like you guys in the chat.
She's trust with
Shannon,
personal
information. I know I
can
trust Shannon.
I think you mean like personal information and stuff like that.
Troll.
I like I said, I wish her the best. I hope she.
Yeah, I hope she gets everything. The group that she's happy in.
Mm-hmm. She finds a place to fit in because that's what everybody wants in life. But yeah, my only advice is don't step on people to get there.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a 7+?
Ooh.
I don't like the pluses. They're so big. But my niece has that X one, and it's big like the Plus.
Right.
But I think it'll be a good long time before I get another one because I got the one with the, 256 or something.
She has a red one. She has a red one now, so she's never given that phone up.
Yeah, I have the red one. What's bad is they're so slick, you have to have a case on them. And I have a clear case, but you really can't tell that it's red as much as with the case on it. It's so pretty without the case. But I can't use it without the case because it's so slippery. Yeah, the rose gold. That's what I had in my 6, was the rose gold. I like that pink.
I want to get a rose gold case for my phone. That's what I want to get. But
they have such cool cases out there.
I'm not an iPhone user. I'm an Android fan. Sorry, guys.
Jim needs to upgrade.
You know what's funny? Telling this story about, I know you can clone phones or whatever. Uh-huh. The only reason, this is what you're going to laugh about. The only reason why I know about that is because I watched a Tana Mojo video by accident. I went down the whole of YouTube and I got clicked on Tana Mojo and she's doing a story time and I'm like, you can clone phones? So I just shamelessly admitted that I watched a Tana Mojo video.
Next to the video about her saying that she has a video that is exactly the same thing that Logan Paul did. And it's from like back in October. And nobody said anything to her about it.
Well, she's not as big as Logan Paul.
Yeah.
You did.
I mean, this is Tana Mojo. Tana Mojo supposedly did a suicide forest video, or at least a suicide video, something like that, or found a suicide, maybe found an overdose. Who knows with Tana Mojo's life? But, I mean, Keemstar was going hard at Logan Paul, and then in his drama alert yesterday, he kind of opened up with a joke. He turned around and he's like, Logan Paul walked in the woods and found a dead body, like, and made a mock of his like song, Founded $1 or whatever. Like, he made a joke of that, and then he has a new or someone, it's on his Twitter or whatever, it popped up in my feed, that he made a game of Logan Paul running through the woods and he has to collect dead bodies.
Yeah.
Like, you've crossed the line there, dude. Like, you can't go at somebody for something, call him out his name and everything like that, and then make a joke out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Logan Paul showing that poor kid's dead body and then laughing and goofing off and stuff, that just wasn't right. What do you guys think about his video? Do you think that he was legit?
Sincere? I don't think Jim did, considering he just said Logan Paul and his dad should get bitch slapped. Just saying. Reading Jim's comment.
I hope he was legit, and I hope he does support and help out and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know. In a couple of months, he'll probably never mention it again and never give him another dime.
My whole thing is if his video has reached at least one person in a positive manner, then it was done and it helped. So do we really have to question motives behind it?
Yeah.
He's a 22-year-old kid who made a very big mistake, and this is his way of trying to fix it. Does that mean when our 6-year-old knocks over a vase, we're supposed to hate them forever?
True.
I don't think so. Give him a chance. Mind you, as Jim said, he doesn't like his content. And that's fine. You know, you don't have to like his content. And I don't think that he should be watched by the age group of kids that he's being watched by.
Yeah.
For sure. With some of the things he covers. But I don't think that we...
How old? 22?
Yeah, he's only 22.
Everybody does dumb shit when they're young like that.
Yep.
Really dumb shit.
Yes, Jim. He is saying sorry now because of the backlash, but at the same time, like I said, when you were a little kid, you did something, and then you realized that it was a bad thing to do, and you say sorry. You know, of course, was that for the wrong reasons too? Who knows? I don't always like to question someone's motives. It makes you a very suspicious person, I guess.
Yeah.
I'd rather forgive and move on. It's easier in life. Doesn't mean I'm going to support him. Doesn't mean that I'm going to let my niece watch him. Doesn't mean I'm going to like his content. But
well, he did,
as long as he...
At least he did have a consequence to what he did. There was a consequence.
There was a consequence this time, Jim. I mean, his dad definitely doesn't reprimand him. He supports him no matter what and stuff like that. I mean, he even supports Jake in some of the things that he did. I don't understand their dad's logic in some of his parenting, but I'm not their dad.
Dad don't have any say. Mm-hmm. Although, I mean, I'm sure they say something to him.
His parents?
Yeah.
There's actual videos of his dad yelling about the fact that people are treating his son this way. Logan Paul did a video pranking his brother with the FBI, and you know, they legitimately had them thinking that they were the FBI, and his dad, they were like going to arrest Jake and put him in a car, and his dad was getting in front of Jake and like, no, you're not taking my son. No, you're not taking my son.
Yeah.
And it was because of Jake doing something that was technically really illegal. Oh, he slept overnight in the White House. That's what it was.
In the White House?
Yeah.
Oh.
He did a 24-hour challenge in the White House, breaking the law. Yeah, so his brother pranked him with fake FBI, but he really was getting in trouble for it because you're not supposed to do that. But his dad was like standing in front of him trying to block him. So his dad definitely doesn't parent and say something. I think his mom's more the one that's like, you shouldn't do that. I think his mom's the one that wears the pants. Or I'm hoping someone in that household actually parents them.
And they could have talked to him off camera too. I mean,
Yeah. They could just be having
done that.
They could be having a united front for the internet. Who knows?
Yeah. So let's talk about what happened with the Phildo stuff.
Oh goodness.
So they found
to?
an old forum from 2002 when Phildo was 21 and he had a girlfriend that was 15 years old. And they know that it's his because he even posted his Facebook and stuff. So I mean, it is him.
He also took admit to it. I thought.
Yeah, he actually did. I mean, he did admit that it was him and that he did have a girlfriend that young.
Yeah, but in the forum there was a link to his Facebook.
Yeah. He in the one post, he did say something about, well, the teachers know, the principal knows, and all this kind of stuff. So, my thing is, if you're in special education, you can stay in high school till 21.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't know who is there that long, but, I mean, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, he may have... From the way it looks, he was probably a senior at 21 because she was a freshman. But the way it looks, they were dating for 14 months before she was.
I think somebody found something where they may have met while she was working or something.
Yeah, they didn't meet at school.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you work at 14 though? In Missouri?
I mean, kids work in their families' businesses and stuff too.
No, it was a listed, like, actual chain grocery store, I thought.
Maybe they knew the owners.
Maybe.
I mean, but apparently she was 13 when they met. So that's some very questionable behavior.
Very.
I mean, still into little girls and stuff like that. We don't know.
I don't really feel easy talking on it without.
Yeah, so that's why I'm not going to flat out say anything.
We're not going to label him or call him anything, but that is the story that is going around. And
that is what happened. And it came out on the Kumite. During the Kumite. Mm-hmm. Tonka got it in a DM, got the information in a DM from somebody, and sent it to him. Somebody sent it to him, and he read it out in a DM. And at first I was like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, you want to be like, yeah, he's a creep. I mean, I've always thought he's a bit of a creeper. I don't watch his stuff. He's boring. But you don't want to put that label on somebody because that label follows somebody around forever.
Right, we learned that the hard way.
Yes.
You don't want to label somebody like that.
Yeah.
But then when they were like, well, he admits it, I was like, shit.
But he was admitting to dating, and from everything they're finding, the parents were okay with it. So, like, and I feel like that's why some people who are defending him or are accepting his behavior or that behavior and dismissing it is because they're like, oh, well, the parents knew he was young and dumb. Like, they're dismissing it for that reason. And because it is a 15-year-old case, if you think about it, well, it's not even a case, but a 15-year-old thing. Like, this happened 15 years ago, or over 15 years ago. So I think that's why some people are very dismissive of it. Does that mean that
But I think a lot of people are.
I wouldn't trust him around my niece
because
it's a little creepy.
Of who it is, because they want to. And Joy was in that Tonka stream, and they want to blame
my
Joy
husband.
for all
Sorry,
of it.
my husband's snoring.
I will say this: we talked to Joy that evening in a DM and stuff, and Joy was as flabbergasted as everybody else was.
Yeah.
I mean, it really shook her. I mean, you're friends with someone for 10 years and you find something like that out.
Yeah, it's hard.
And I hope that's the only one he's ever, had that was younger than 18. I mean, you see 60-year-old men with 20-year-old women and stuff, and it's just, it's gross. But it's legal.
I will say this on the situation. Even through all of his behavior and everything that's gone on, I still would not want him to hurt himself. That's never.
Yeah, he pulled well, I'm just gonna off myself type of thing. And Denise actually called the cops in his area or whatever to get a check on him and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they did a wellness check, which is good.
To it, not, hey, listen, I was young, I was dumb, or anything like that. His answer to all of that was, well, I'm just going to off myself.
Well, I mean, I can understand him getting to that point because look at everything that was being thrown at him. I mean, that's hard.
When you already have depression and anxiety or some sort of, psychological disorder that you may have. I mean, when you're pushed with information, it's hard. Anybody could get pushed to that point of wanting to commit suicide. I think the biggest problem in suicide situations sometimes could be the boy who cried wolf. Unfortunately, though, the time they cry wolf and the wolf is there and the knife is in their hand, that's the time that we shouldn't ignore. So you can't ignore threats like that, no matter who they are on the other end. Unfortunately, in my opinion, I think they should be taken serious.
Well, my thing was, I didn't believe it the minute it was posted. He was just feeling sorry for himself.
And he might have been bluffing.
And all that.
And he may have been, but
in the things that Owly was in there, and she was like, talking or whatever, and I was like, well, she's got it, because I've actually seen her like on Twitter and stuff like that before and stuff, and they're close, so I figured she had it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as like somebody is listening to the cry at some point or whatnot, and it's being taken care of, fine. I'm fine with that. Like, that's just me. Yeah. And other people have their own opinions. Like, they were really mad at him, or they really thought he was creepy enough because of the things that they found out. And I mean, they're not just looking at the creep factor of his relationship. It's things that he has said and done over the last few months to them specifically that would put them in a mindset where they're like, yeah, no, I'm not going to help. Let his friends help him. He has friends. Why do I need to help? That happens in situations.
Hi, Jadee.
So, hello. But it's a...
I'll put this out there. I don't like him. I think he's boring as hell. I think he rambles on and on and on and, all that. I mean, I don't want to go off and off himself.
Right.
No.
But some of this internet backlash that he got, he brought on himself.
Yes.
I mean, for a year, he's been obsessed with long tweet after long tweet after long tweet about one person. And he has attacked me. He's attacked Tawny. He's attacked Deb and Denise and Janice and Tommy and I mean all of her people, all because they are her people.
We're doing good, Jadee. Honey, how are you?
And I mean, it's just like, it's an endless cycle. They can't just go on.
Right.
Get something to do. Get a hobby. It's like, I mean, really? And I'll put this out there right now. That's why I struck my stream that's on his channel. He could not stop with his lies. And he can be like, I never lied. Well, yes, you did. You said I was harassing you and stalking you since what, April? I wasn't even into YouTube in April. And he wouldn't be worth friggin' stalking and harassing. He's boring. So,
I mean, I don't want to kick a man when he's down, so why don't we pick a different topic?
Please. Maybe change the subject.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just one of those things where
let's go to Tonka.
I don't want to get to that point.
What was that?
People are crazy.
Apparently the guy
Tonka got doxed.
Which, I mean, he doxed him with good information. Like, really? He showed his
I mean, we are talking Tonka. I mean, what's not going to be
good? They showed pictures of him when he was younger, and in every picture he had a championship belt on. He was hot back then.
Well, wasn't that the guy who he's been having issues with?
Yeah.
Been going back and forth for a while now on Twitter.
Yeah.
That doxed him? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
here's my thing.
And he even said, he's like, I'm a pretty man or what? I'm like, yes, you are.
If you're getting to the point, this is my thoughts on doxing in general. If you're getting to the point where you're so mad at someone that you feel like you have to put their safety in danger by putting their information out there, whether you found it publicly or not, then you need to take a moment, step back, reevaluate the situation, realize these people are just online, and move on.
Yeah. Just because you don't like somebody on the internet don't mean you need to stalk and harass and act like a child.
And I'm going to put this out there because I know they're listening. That's for you lurkers, too. Okay.
Oh, you mean the two that don't have a life?
I don't want to get into it. I don't want to say any more than that.
Banana hammock?
I just want to say, yes, banana hammock. I just want to say that I said it to you, Angel, when you felt like you were getting head first into the hate, and I'm saying it to everyone else. Move
on.
If you feel like you need to keep going to the point where you interrupt someone's safety, then you have a problem. Take a step back, reevaluate, look at the entire situation, and see if it's actually worth it.
Yeah.
I've said that from the very beginning to you, and I've said it
because I didn't go as far as I could have went. Well, I was willing to go further.
Right, and you didn't need to. I said that to you. You should have stopped way before you got to the point where you got.
Yeah, because I had more. The 4 people that doxed me, I have all of their information on every single one of them, and I haven't put the information out on the one and it's, what would you call it?
You shouldn't.
Whore. So
goodness.
Just so you know, I do have that information.
Banana
and I will
hammock.
Put it out if pushed.
Banana hammock. Too sassy. Duct tape. I don't know what other words you want me to use.
Shut up.
Shannon wants to speak about Psy.
Okay. Shannon wants to speak about Psy.
What you got to say about Psy, Shannon?
Wait, Blood and Love doxed you, Shannon?
Hi, Gigi.
Hi, Gigi.
Hey. Oh.
I don't know you. Okay.
Well, hello then.
Welcome to the room. I guess what she really wants to speak out about duct tape, banana hammock, alert. I know, but I wasn't trying to start stuff. I was just trying to say, doxing, and I wanted everybody to know that that includes anybody who's watching, and that includes people who are in the room that I've talked to about doxing. It's not a situation. It's not something that you need to do. If it gets to that point in your life where you feel like you need to put someone's life in danger.
Okay, I don't want to talk about her.
Oh. Yeah. Emily.
Hi, Em.
Oh. What's it, Gigi?
I don't care to have any information on her, and you shouldn't be stalking her. That's all I'm going to say. I don't even care to hear her name.
Yeah, we're kind of.
I've been done with her for months now.
Yeah. Well, okay, not stalking, but if you do have information, keep it.
And Sai kind of had a bickering episode, maybe. Well, I don't know. I didn't read it all.
Okay, what it was is we had a conversation. We were in a group chat, and Sai had said something that I felt was a little out of hand in the way she asked. We got to be careful in the way we ask things, and I called her on it, and she wasn't very happy about it. And unfortunately, it is what it is. I think that my opinion on the situation is that what I had said is in the situation of her backing Joy, I'm glad Joy has a friend that is that loyal. However, there's a time and place for things, and sometimes the way you ask and the way you word things and stuff, you push people away with the way you act, which makes it hard on Joy. It's not helping, it's hindering. So
yeah, hopefully she left the DM, so
yeah, hopefully in the future she sees that. I wasn't trying to be mean. So. Yeah, I know.
I always go straight to Joy if I need to, which I ain't talked to Joy since like December, so. But like if I have a question or something, I'll go to her, so. But I mean, she's not even on YouTube no more. People need to just leave her alone. But what else did we have on the list tonight? I need to list.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
We covered all the things on the list.
We can just keep chit-chatting. We can talk about the fact that my husband's... Yeah, you guys got questions for us. I thought they were supposed to ask questions to get to know us,
Jim's
not...
a good question asker. Jim's always got a question.
Yeah, right?
I have a question. What are you two's favorite colors?
Mine?
Yeah.
Teal.
What's yours, Christy?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
What is your favorite color?
I actually have two. I like red and black.
Can I guess them? Dang it, I was gonna say say red and black. Red and black.
She said red and black? Well, I like red, of course.
They made them.
Do we love The Walking Dead? I do. You guys watch Walking Dead?
I enjoy the
No.
Yes.
Oh,
I've never watched a full episode.
CJ doesn't. What a weirdo.
No.
CJ's not a horror person. Notice that about her.
No. I like zombies, but I'm not a horror person. That's what's so weird. Emily doesn't watch TV. We watch documentaries a lot that we find. That's about it.
Oh,
except for lately. Lately, she's been practicing.
We got the avatars from CJ made them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's got to make you one yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
About the way that show is.
I've never watched that Writing with Norman Reedus, but I would surely watch it even if it ain't no good, just so I could watch him. Because he's hot. And he doesn't have a picture in the chat or anything, but that was Michael giving his opinion.
Yeah, that's the snoring. He's answering the questions.
Yeah.
Oh, Jadee said her husband.
Sorry, I'm sorry for his
show.
Oh, okay.
You sent her the Hangout link, didn't you?
I'm going to. I asked her if she wanted to come in or if she was just going to be in chat.
Yeah. Well, you should just send it at the beginning, then she can come in if she wants or go into chat if she wants.
Yeah. I could do that.
Who got fired?
Fired? On what? On
Not
which show?
JD, but some circles. If that makes sense.
I had barely I dealt with her for a very short, very brief one and done conversation. Other than that, I've watched a couple of videos on her channel, and I do not like her content. I don't think that she is someone that should be as popular as she is.
Not very flattering.
No, I don't understand why she's as popular as she is, personally.
Regina George. That's who Base Mama is.
Yes. If you've seen Mean Girls and know who Regina George is. Some people don't know. Some people ain't seen that movie.
Base Mama uses her tits to make super chat money.
Manipulative.
Yes.
And
I agree to that.
Inserting herself into places she's got no business.
Chambers is
agreed.
A liar and a dumb bitch. That's what I'll say.
Didn't we just in the beginning of this talk about how we should say things?
Completely lying about me, and instead of saying Angel Zones, she says Angel Jones. She could have been more Pacific about it.
Pacific.
Jim, sweetie, anything as long as it doesn't.
You mean?
Fast.
I think Chambers is pretty much.
I think you need to be very Pacific about your feelings,
YouTube.
Okay? Can you be more Pacific about your feelings, Christy, and tell me more about what you think of Chambers?
No.
So I didn't get to ask you guys this before I posted it on the last video. What do you guys think about doing like an About Me video so we can post it on the channel?
Me?
I know that you could. I mean, you could do a video like of the dogs playing and just tell about yourself and stuff like that. What about you, Christy?
Ain't nobody want to know about me. What do you want to know? Yeah. What all you want to know that you don't already know about me?
But just a little.
I like long walks on the
introducing yourself, something like that.
Yeah, I can do something. I can think of something. Yeah.
CJ, I can't hear her over you. Hold on a minute.
Sorry.
Over each other.
What was that, Angel?
My bad.
What do you think about doing like a little like about me or introduction to yourself, a little video, something like that?
What do you want me to do on the video?
Well, I don't know.
Because I don't like being on camera.
Yeah, I know. I know you don't want to be on camera.
Yeah.
I mean, show yourself making some slime or something.
I don't think that's needed.
I'm sure.
Huh?
I don't think that's needed because I think they get to know us enough through the streams.
All right, she chickened out, but CJ will do it.
Oh man, that's not the
What we'll
case.
do. Christy, we'll have to come up with some questions and stuff, and Christy can answer them and stuff, and I'll throw them in a video.
Okay.
Like just the words or what? And throw some music up? We could do that.
That's fine.
We'll do that. I know like CJ don't mind being on camera. I don't have a friggin' webcam or anything like that. I mean, I'm sure there's one on the laptop.
We all know my health is not what it used to be and all, so.
Right. Yeah. I completely understand you not wanting to be on camera.
People don't want to be on camera. Y'all wouldn't want to see me on camera right now. Yes, Gigi, we do. We want nothing to do with any of that.
Yeah,
we moved on months ago.
We don't mind you being here, Gigi. It's just subject matters we don't wish to talk about. That's all.
Yeah. You're welcome to ask us anything else, any other questions you have for us. It's just, that's not something we want to discuss.
I wish I could do like, like Suit and all them do the videos where they could have the avatar that talks and moves and all that stuff.
Right.
Animation and stuff. That stuff is awesome. I love that shit.
I'm sure we could do something. I mean, if anybody really wants to watch that, I don't know what they want to know about me.
I'm sure they would. You could always do a video of the dogs out running and playing.
Yeah.
So everybody,
my little brat,
on this video or one of the videos or something, pop questions out. We want to know. We want to know what you guys want to know.
I mean, if you guys want to ask me questions about me, I'll answer them. I have no issues about that.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm an open book. I actually doxed myself.
What's your question? No, I have not been a phone sex.
DJ?
I have not ever been a phone sex operator.
Have you, Christy?
I have.
Yes, she has.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, she has.
Reese has.
Christy has. I have not. I have been a customer service representative for a major company where I was on the phone all day long, but not a phone sex operator.
But my PSA was only 30 minutes because I got too embarrassed and I quit. The first guy that I got, the first guy on the phone, his fantasy was so messed up that I couldn't get into character. I was like, I can't do this.
I need an adult.
Jadee even wants stories from the phone sex.
Stranger danger, stranger danger.
I need an adult.
Jimmy wants you to call him.
Want to call me, Christy? Are you going to pay her? It's $40 a minute, and she will only say "why" twice on the phone, and that's extra. Oh man. No freebie. Freebies are these live streams.
Put that was my story. I seriously only worked for the company for about 30 minutes, and I just couldn't do it.
Well, you gotta tell us what the guy's fantasy was. Can you?
Yeah, we want to know.
Without being too descriptive.
Age play.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like being a little girl.
Like he wanted me to be young.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
Nope. That's a little weird for me.
Yeah, I couldn't. There was no way I was gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do it from home. I think you do it from home. Correct, Christy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Most of them you do. There are some that are actually call centers, but most of the ones are pretty much from home.
Could you imagine though, as a call center?
I know, right?
Like sitting next to somebody?
But the ones from home, basically, you call into the system, you put your number in, your working number in, and then they route calls to you while you're on, and you're only on for like so many hours.
Yeah.
So, what, Emily?
I never had a strange job.
I would say it doesn't. Okay, the title and what I did. Okay, I had strange situations in a job. At a very young age, I started working at 15 at a hotel. On the restaurant side, I started, just being the hostess, and then I moved up. By the time I was 16, and I started working room service, room service at that age, and so I did room service. And just some of the situations that I had gotten into, like there was this one old guy who answered the door in a towel, and there was like no steam in the room. He wasn't wet. He had just gotten out of the shower. That didn't happen. He was just in a towel, and I had his tray,
Right, Shannon.
and he was holding the towel, and I said, "Did you want me to just leave this here outside your room until you get dressed?" And he said, "Oh, no, just bring it in and put it on the desk," which is allowed. We're allowed to do that if they ask us to enter, only if we feel comfortable. And being 16, I felt awkward kind of going in with this man who was completely naked in a towel. But I didn't know how to say no, or I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'm going to leave it right here. This was the first time that this had ever happened. So I walked over to the desk and I went to put it down, and right next to the desk was a full-length mirror, and he decided to sit down on the bed, legs spread wide open, in the towel, and I got to see parts of a man at 16 that I should not have seen.
Oh my God.
And I couldn't turn towards him because I would still see it, and the way I was turned was where I could see it, so I faced the window and handed him the check and asked him to sign it because you have to get their signature, and ran out of there completely red-faced, and then went and told my shift manager what had just happened. And she explained that it happens sometimes, and if I ever feel uncomfortable, just say, unfortunately, I have to leave it out here or whatever. Another time I had moved up in the same restaurant to become the shift manager. At this time, I think I was 17. And we had a guy come in, and he requested a table for 3. And said that he was going to be there all day long. He was doing interviews. Okay. Didn't think anything of it. I said, as long as you're buying stuff and you tip my server, I don't care what you do. So he sat down for his table of 3, and a blonde in very skimpy clothing came to the table and sat down. And the first really shady guy came in and sat down, and then the blonde and the guy disappeared for about a half hour, and she showed back up, And another guy came in, and they kept passing envelopes across the table. So I contacted my sister who worked the front desk and told them and asked if they had a room for these people. And she said yes. And security went up to check on them to find out that they were shooting a porno in one of the rooms. And these were the guys who were paying them to be in the movie with this girl. So, yeah.
Emily said,
to answer,
if you look for work,
that link isn't working.
If you're looking for work from home stuff, check out Rat Race Rebellion. It's a mailing list. So if anybody's looking for work,
to answer your question, Jim, he was probably in his 60s.
Ooh.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Hey.
What up?
The girl with the porno, by the time they had caught the guy, they had made up to $1,400, I think. So they weren't really charging that much because she had already been through 4 guys by the time the cops had gotten there and everything.
Oh, God.
So they weren't charging that much for the porno, I guess. I don't know.
That's
I didn't know the guys had to pay to be in the pornos. I thought there was actors, but I guess they may have been like one of those D-list or B-list movies. I don't know. How do they rate porno movies? You know, because there's like the blockbuster hits, and then there's like, oh, that's a B movie. So how do you rate pornos? Are they the same way when they're low budget?
Gigi, we want nothing to do with all that shit. And where were you a year ago when she was actually in it?
What are we talking about? I don't even know.
Oh, Gigi's a sock account. I would like to
I just removed her.
about shit we don't care to talk about.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you, wife? How was work?
Oh my god. Freaking honestly, man, like I'm just I have to make up like hours because I didn't end up going in on the Tuesday when I got back because like I got back at like 6 o'clock and I was like, if I take this 6:40 bus, I'm not gonna get 4 full hours. So
you don't have grievance time?
I did one day.
They only give you 1 day for your grandparents?
I'm happy that I got anything, honestly.
No. Really? Normally companies over here give you at least 3.
Dude, when my mom died, I fucking got fired. I'm thankful I'm getting paid for 1 day.
Are you serious?
That's ridiculous.
I never told you about that?
No.
Yeah, and that was what pretty much like it just destroyed my fucking health, like almost made me homeless because I couldn't find a fucking job for 9 months.
Oh man.
Yeah. It was fucked, dude.
Emily, Jim said every time he hears you, he thinks of you riding a moose to go to work.
A moose. Yeah,
She lives in Toronto. There's no mooses in Toronto.
No.
I think of her riding a junkie on the
Oh, guys, there's a fucking
10-cent Susie down on the corner.
Yo, guys, there's a serial killer on the loose right now in fucking Toronto. A serial
Oh no, are you
killer.
serious?
That's what they said.
Oh my God.
They literally said serial killer on the news.
Wow.
Is that the guy who got killed near your house? Like,
No.
was it him that did the killing? Oh, okay.
Those people, that was like a group of people, which was like really disgusting because like I think he was like slightly mentally challenged and they just like ambushed the shit out of him. and they beat him up, and they got the one person was found not guilty of murder and only got manslaughter. And I was like, are you fucking for real?
Wow.
Yeah. So I never heard anything more about the other person who died, though.
Oh, wow.
The white fat woman.
Jadee, we actually had a stream where we talked about milk in a bag for like an hour.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't even get the bag milk anymore. I don't waste my time with that shit because you know why? You can't carry them around. I'm over that shit.
I ever heard that, I was like, what the fuck? Why is milk in a bag?
Yo, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, it was quite funny when we all found out.
3 bags.
We did have 2 people from Canada in the chat room at the time, and they were both talking about milk in a bag, and everybody from the USA were like, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, though, okay, I really wish that I could figure out how exactly to explain, like, how it feels when I'm in the States, because, like, it feels like I'm in 2005. I know that sounds really weird, but, like, whenever I go into the stores, there's always, like, stuff that, like, we had something that looked like that, like, 5 years ago, or 2005 was, like, 13 years ago. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like time hasn't passed in my brain for, like, the past 7 years. I don't know.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. I'm like, oh, when I graduated high school, you know, like, it was, like, yesterday. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
That was forever ago.
Yeah, I know. Like, what the fuck, man? I feel so old. Honestly, man, I just...
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't really know. I really want to buy a car, y'all. Like, I
Okay.
yeah.
You can buy used cars there for like $1,000.
Oh, I'm not gonna. No. I mean, you can, but it's not gonna last very long.
Yeah, that's true. You don't have to put all that money into
Not in the...
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like, because, you know, my grandma died, right? And it's just like, you know, I haven't been able to have a conversation with her in years. So, you know, it just feels kind of weird. And so, like, it feels like, because my uncle already asked for my address. So I'm guessing he's already doing, like, the processes. And I feel like I'm allowed to spend some of it on a car. Why can't I buy myself a used car?
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Is that selfish? Is that selfish? Because
No.
I'm going to save the rest of it to buy a fucking house. So, if there's enough, you know, I don't know how much it's going to be. Like, I literally have no clue.
Why wouldn't you be able... I mean, she passed away. What are you supposed to do with it? Just keep it?
I know. Yeah, I know. I don't know.
If I was you, that's what you... at least you're not blowing it on something that you're not going to use or something like that.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
Could you imagine getting out of work and not having to stand outside in the cold?
Yes! I can 100% imagine that.
Exactly.
I can spend the whole time singing. Like,
Jadee said that... where she lives in Texas, there's a town called Ding Dong, and it's in Bell County.
That's so funny.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that's funny. Yo, there's a town it's not really near me, but it's like between Toronto and me, and it's called Orono. And every single time my dad drives by the sign, he says, "Where are we?" "Oh no!" Every single time. I'm just like, yo. Yo. CJ. Did I tell you?
Bucktown.
Did I tell you this shit that went down with my dad?
No.
Yes.
Yo, okay, you guys have to hear this shit, man. Holy actual fuck. But I'm just gonna have to mute myself for like a minute, and then I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay. I know what you're doing. You're good.
Yeah.
Bucktown.
Bruh, it's like, oh, actually, I'm gonna be a minute, because, fuck, man. Like, what the actual shit, dude? Like, my dad's a freaking Buffstown. That's funny. I like that one. I would like to live there. Buffstown. Buffstown.
But I live in Buttstown.
Oh, is it Buttstown or Buffstown?
Butts.
Oh, I can't even read.
Like your booty.
Oh my god.
Do you hear me?
Buttstown, USA.
That's pretty funny. That's even funnier.
We do have some weird names for cities.
So do
Where are you
we.
going? I'm going to Ding Dong. Ding Dong and Bell.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Ding dong.
Checking in with you, Christy. You still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
The witches.
Okay. You got quiet all of a sudden.
Oh, sorry.
Ding dong.
And the mayor's a real ass, Jadee said. An ass
So,
mayor.
like, is he a
and
donkey?
Ding Dong.
The mayor is a real ass. That's a good one. Oh shit. Oh my god.
You have,
Murder
you
me,
have an
kill
ass
me.
neighbor in No. You can't say that now. Now that there's a killer in your area, a serial killer,
Nah.
you can't be like, murder me, kill me. They might think it's an invitation.
Yo, honestly, man, Toronto's actually like 2 hours-ish away from here.
Oh, okay.
An
I
hour
thought you
and
were
a
closer
half.
than that.
No. Unfortunately, I'm fucking in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. Not really. I'm in the city center of buttfuck nowhere. Honestly, though, that's literally where I'm at, and it's really weird because like I really wish that my family like lived like in Toronto or on the other side of Toronto, like closer to me. Then they're on the opposite side, and I have to take 3 fucking different routes.
The mayor might be watching. Shannon.
Woo, shit. All right.
Don't burn yourself.
I'll be right back.
So Daisy got a brand new harness today.
Ooh.
When does she start school?
Thursday.
Tomorrow? Thursday, that's what it was. I thought it was Tuesday for some reason.
No, Thursday morning at 8 o'clock. It's pink and purple. I'm gonna try to get like a video of her playing, but I don't know if we can watch them or what, except for on video. Because they have that closed caption. They have that live stream thingy that you can watch them on.
Yeah, but is the room glass?
No, it's like one big room, which I think they have more than one room.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like partitions around it and stuff. And then, like outside, it's like open, but they have like those big plastic things hanging, so the dogs can just go through there and to get outside.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'll try to video her.
Daisy's growing up. She's going to doggy daycare.
I think she's going to have a blast. I really do. I mean, she may not like it because, well, her breed is very human oriented. They think they're human, but I mean, she's only really ever played with little dogs. I think she thinks she's a dash hound. So I want her to be able to go play with bigger dogs and stuff. And at the dog park and stuff, there's never any other dogs there and stuff. Like every time I went, there's not another dog and stuff. And I want her to be able to go play.
Yeah.
Hopefully she'll like it. And they have a groomer on. They have the groomer on site. So like when she needs her big old bear claws cut, I can be like, hey, can you guys do her nails today? And they're cheap. It's $20. It's $20 for 5 hours and under.
Aww.
And you up to 12 hours from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. It's $30.
Whoa, that's good.
Yeah. So I thought I'll take her over there couple times a week and let her play. Especially when it's cold. Because when it's cold, she'll go outside and chase the cats and go pee and all that kind of stuff. But she pretty much comes right back in because she don't like being out in the cold. Now, it was a nice day the other day, and she was in and out all day long.
I thought about it while you were gone, Emily. The only thing you're not allowed to spend your money on, that if you get an inheritance from your grandmother or however much it is, you're not allowed to buy another phone. You already have too many.
My niece has a dash hound, and we have a dash hound chihuahua mixed. The dash hound chihuahua mixed is like maybe 6-7 pounds, but she's the boss of the house. Even Daisy's like, I didn't do it when she yells.
Yo, so my freaking dad, right? I was talking to my sister, and I don't even know, like, what the fuck? How she even brought this shit up? But she was telling me, did I tell you guys about the time when I got my dad out of getting arrested?
Mm-mm.
Oh my god. So like probably like a month or so, because I feel like it was definitely still hot. And I don't even think it was a month after my mom died, right? And he was driving me back to I think his eyesight's fucked up and he shouldn't be driving that much longer. So, I mean, he fucking was not paying attention and speeding through a school zone. And he got pulled over and he was like being fucking belligerent and he didn't want to give his freaking IDs. He didn't want to give them to the cops, right? So I was just like, shit. So yeah, he didn't want to give his ID to the cops, and so he was like, I don't think I was speeding. He was like arguing about the technology, the fucking radars and shit. He was like, you can't, it's not that accurate. What was the exact number? Because I know the buffer and it was probably wrong. Like I was probably just slightly over and I was in the buffer, right? And it's just like, holy shit, dude. Like, just give your fucking IDs. Go and fight the ticket later. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, he just doesn't. I don't even know how he didn't get killed in this situation. This next situation. Because my sister was telling me that he got into a fucking fist fight. Fist fight! He's almost 70 years old. What the fuck? He's almost 70 years old, dude.
That sounds like my dad.
Oh my god. And it's just like he literally road raged because somebody cut him off. What the fuck? And he went and chased them down and like cornered them at a red light or something like that and got out and the guy slammed his ass onto the fucking ground.
Oh shit.
Like, this dude has had heart surgery like 2 or 3 years ago. I don't remember exactly when it was. 3 years ago, probably. But holy shit, man. Like, you just had heart surgery not that long ago. You're always bitching about, like, your fucking heart and shit. Like, oh my god. Oh my god.
That sounds like my dad. My dad would do something like that.
Just, it's crazy.
The only good thing that I can say to that, the thing I can say to that, Emily, is he's very lucky he's in Canada and not the U.S., because in the U.S. you don't know if that person's got a gun in their car.
That's the thing. You don't know in Canada either, man. Especially where they're living. Like, I mean, it doesn't really matter because that's the thing. When you're near the city, there's a lot of criminals and they have illegal guns. So, you know, I've seen a handgun just being like held randomly in some dude's house and he was just like tossing it around and I was like, holy fuck, this is real life, you know? Like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm not used to that. Like, I'm used to seeing hunting guns because, you know what I mean? Like, rifles and shit like that. Or
right.
shotgun.
My dad wouldn't care because he'd just pull his gun out and be like, yeah, you want to shoot me? Hold on, let me grab mine.
Ooh, My dad, man, holy shit! And this happened like in the fall, so I didn't even know about it. Like, what the hell?
Yeah,
My dad had a
that's the worst
wreck
part. He didn't tell anybody.
and we was all in the car, and he bumped the car in front of us because they stopped at the stop sign like you're supposed to, and he like tapped the back of their car with his car, and he got out of the car cussing. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck you do that? It's like he hit them.
Yeah. That's my fucking dad, dude. Like he'll always get like he'll literally get pissed off that somebody in front of him just like changed lanes without using a signal, and then he'll fucking speed the fuck up and go around them and start weaving. It's like without signals. It's like, dude, can you not? Like, oh my fucking, can you fucking not?
My dad got arrested in the parking lot of a Walmart because of a car accident.
Oh no.
Okay, at least I feel a little bit better about my psycho dad now.
He was in a parking spot. He had just bought his brand new Kia. And it was a car that he wanted for a while. So he finally got it. And he was in the parking lot of the Walmart, just came out, and he was backing out of the parking spot. Well, this person decided that they were going to do that whole let's speed past while someone's backing out situation. And so my dad ended up backing into him. And so my dad gets out of the car because they have to exchange information. He was like, did you not see me backing out? Like, my dad was halfway out of the parking spot. And the guy gets out of his car after he moves it away from my dad's because my dad kind of had him pinned or whatever. So he gets out and he's like, what the fuck, man? You didn't see me back there? He's like, you weren't there when I was backing out. Like, clearly, I'm almost out of the parking spot. So, like, they're arguing. So then the cops get called and the cops get there. And so the cops, because it's technically a no-fault state, is writing them both a ticket. And my dad saying, thank you, officer, getting in the car and fighting it in court, starts yelling at the cop that it's effing bullshit and that I was backing out first and all this stuff. And he's like, now I'm going to have to pay my $500 deductible. And he probably doesn't even have goddamn insurance. There's probably a fake goddamn insurance card that he gave you. This, that, and third, calling the guy every name under the sun that he could call him. And finally, the cop said, if you don't calm down, sir, I'm going to have to detain you. And if you don't calm down, sir, it became, I'm going to have to arrest you for, and it got to the point where my mom got a phone call to come pick my dad up.
Oh my gosh. Dude.
Because he got arrested.
I would have been so absolutely fucked if my dad got arrested that day. You know why? Because I couldn't drive his fucking van because I don't have my fucking license right now. Because Canada is bullshit with their fucking license, or at least Ontario's fucking bullshit. Like, I had no way to use a car to do my test for 2 fucking years. For 2 fucking years, I had no access to a car to do my test. So I just watched while the expiry date just went right by, and I had to, pay.
Wait, do you have to do a test every?
Oh, so basically,
do you have to do a test every so often?
No, when you get your license, we have a graduated license thing. So we have like 2 different learner's permits. So you get your G1, right? And you can only drive with a certain 5 years experience driver or whatever in the car. So that's gonna be fucking fun to go through the hassle of getting this shit again, And then after that, you have to wait a year or 8 months if you do driving school, which I did. So I came back after my first year of school and got my G2. And then I did not come back for the summer anymore. I didn't do that anymore. So I couldn't, I worked, so I couldn't book my fucking test. And I just watched the expiry, my final test where you have to drive on a big highway, like a freeway. and like switch lanes and shit like that. I was never able to do that test because I was basically I knew that I had to do it where I live now because the freeway here is it's only 2 lanes, so you know you don't have to go the freeway where my dad is from or my hometown is or whatever. It's literally fucking like bumper to bumper all fucking day with people not using signals, like people driving like fucking maniacs. There's no way in hell that I can do a test on that fucking highway because I don't plan on ever driving on that fucking highway. So, like, fuck that highway. I'm not gonna go ever on that highway, you know? So, fuck that.
Can your hippie neighbors teach you how to drive or let you?
Oh no, I know how to drive. I know how to drive.
No, I mean, like for your next time you go to get your license.
Next time I'm just gonna rent a car because I'm old enough to do it now. And I am going to do the first road test. I am gonna do it where my dad's at because I know that course. I still remember it. And I won't need any practice runs because you can't legally drive on it if you're not with a driving instructor. It's literally they have people watching it, so you can't drive there. But I remember it, and it's very easy, so I'm sure that I'll be able to pass. I know the parking lot. So, I mean, it's just going to be a pain in the butt. It's just going to be a pain in the ass, basically. So yeah, like when was it? I got my license in 2010, I think. So yeah, like 3 years ago, I watched my license just expire. I don't know. I don't think that's right. I think I might be wrong on my timeline. I think I got it in 2011. Yeah, I was 19. Okay, yeah. So 2 years ago in May, a year and a half ago, it expired, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get it. Because you only have 5 years to do all those tests. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Fucking annoying. You can't do that shit in the winter. That's just game over because it's fucking Canada. You know what I mean? Like, no fucking way. Like, they're literally, if you skid at all, you're gonna fail. So, fuck that. Jesus Christ, man. Like, honestly.
I've never had to do the behind the wheel driving test. I did it the one time when I got my license, and that was it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I will have 3 under my belt by the time I'm done. But that's the thing. My sister right now, she hasn't even done her fucking highway test. She's still riding that 5-year thing on her second license. She better, or her second, you know, because once you get the G2, you have pretty much you can do anything but have like 1 drink. You can't drive with like 4 people between midnight and 5, which is like, okay, whatever. Like, who cares about that? Why am I ever gonna have to cart her? And only if they're teenagers or kids. You can't have 3 kids in the back of your car from midnight to 5 in the morning. Okay, wow, shit.
Going around picking up kids. No stealing kids off the street, Emily.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. So, I mean, that's a really.
Hey, kid, you want to get in my car? That's gonna get you arrested anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's the thing. I don't care about, not being able to have, like, I can't have 1 drink. Like, who cares? Like, the legal.
You don't really drink anyway.
No, exactly. I don't give a shit. So, I mean, it's gonna turn me into, once I have a vehicle, it's just gonna turn me into a night only partaker in the green items. Because I'm not gonna,
right.
You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying.
I'm not gonna do.
Yeah, you're not gonna do it while you're driving. I got it.
Exactly. So it's just whatever. Because I mean, I wouldn't fucking get behind the wheel after taking my fucking medication to go to bed either. Like, holy shit.
You're not supposed to. I'm not supposed to drive at all on any of my medications.
Oh, really?
I feel like every medication I get, it says, don't drive on this. I'm like, well, when am I supposed to drive?
Yo, that's all of ours that make you drowsy, they all have a warnings like, don't drive or operate heavy machinery until you know how this medication affects you. So, I mean, there's certain things that don't make me tired that could cause drowsiness in other people, right? So,
Yeah.
Well, I do have.
Oh.
I'm no longer on my pain medication. I don't have to be on that any longer. So that's not so much of an issue anymore. But I do have a muscle relaxer for like after. I only take it when I go to physical therapy. Only to make it a little easier. Then I'll take it that night when I get home. So it'll be easier the next morning because I will have worked my muscles so hard. But beyond that, the issue is my medication and then my Xanax says you're not supposed to drive on it. But I don't take my Xanax like they have it prescribed anyway. So I'm supposed to be able to take one 3 times a day as needed.
Ooh. I feel like you would just feel drugged up all the time.
I don't take it like that for that reason. I was like, I feel like I'm like, I normally just take it to help me put to sleep. Like if I'm ready to go to sleep, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Because I was having panic attacks at night most of the time. So it kind of just helps my mind stop. And then the sleep, like then I fall asleep and then the sleeping pill kind of takes over and like keeps me asleep. And I normally only take a half of one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm like, I'm not about that life when it comes to feeling all sorts of froggy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's no way that if I had to for a while they had they were like, "Yo, take a pill at night and in the morning when I switched to the instant release," and I was like, "Guys, there's no fucking way that I'll be able to do that." Like,
when would you sleep?
That's what I mean. It's the sleeping one. Take one at night. I usually only
I thought you were
take it
talking
at
about
night.
I thought you were talking about your Adderall.
No. Honestly, this is like so bad, but my fucking mattress pad, I'm probably gonna have to buy a new one, and I just bought this one because I have literally fallen asleep probably 3 or 4 times in the last couple of weeks while I had my apparatus just in front of me while half laying down on my bed, and I fell asleep in the middle of eating a meal.
Oh shit.
I wake up with my face inside the meal one night. Like, what the fuck, man? I feel like I kind of know maybe what like no.
I'm painting my nails.
That's so random.
Are you really?
Yes. Slut bread.
Really? I didn't think you were into makeup like that. You made fun of me and Christy for that.
Nail polish is not makeup.
It is too.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is. Where did you get it? In the makeup section of the drugstore?
It's nails. When you go to get your nails done, they don't do your makeup too. It's hair and makeup.
You can if you go to certain places. If you go to certain places, you can get your nails too.
Well, not around here, I don't think. But then again, I don't know. I never go get my nails done. I used to have
for my wedding. I went to one place.
I used to have a lady that came here to the house and would cut my mom's toenails.
Check you out.
And do her fingernails and stuff. And I used to have her do my nails every now and then. But I can do mine myself because I don't
have any.
Just a little polish on there and file them a little bit.
I have nice nails, man. It's just not a thing for me.
Oh, I don't have nice nails. But
no, like I couldn't even keep them polished for a day.
Yeah, you have to polish them like friggin' once a week to keep them up. I haven't polished mine in like.
Well, that's because of your job.
Yeah.
Your hands not having a cut on them for a day.
Yeah, I know. Dude, did I tell you about me slicing my thumb open and I didn't even feel it?
No.
Yeah, you told me because you have calluses built up.
Yeah, and that's like, it went pretty deep, but I didn't even notice until the end of the night. So I don't even know when it happened or what I did it on. But I have a feeling maybe I grabbed the part when it was still spinning, because it was like around.
Was your glove all bloody?
No, it didn't even. I don't even think it bled. So I don't know how that happened.
Did it just cut into your callus?
Yeah, but when I like, you know, it was on my thumb, right? If I touched slightly lower and pulled it apart, it did hurt. So I don't know.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Well, Christy, we're done talking. Get your butt back in here and start talking.
I'm here.
I saw you say, I'm being considerate and letting them talk. and I missed your southern little voice. Clearly Jim did too.
Oh, we know what Jim.
What do you mean? He doesn't want you to say, but why?
No, he doesn't. You see what he said, right?
Oh, goodness. Yes, never mind. Jim, you need to stop. Channel. Well, we'll talk shit to you, and then that's about it. We're not gonna talk other things to you.
No.
Besides, Christy told you she got nervous and quit.
Yo, you know when you get new people at your work and they don't know what the fuck they're doing and they do everything that's like annoying? It's driving me insane.
When they just want to be helpful and all they're doing is hindering the process.
Well, that's the thing. It's like this one chick, she's super nice. I like her. But like 2 days in a row, she's like forgotten to take her tag to the back, and it's just like, I don't know if this is finished, you know? It's like, I don't know if you finished filling this out with all the information, and then the counts were probably off because like she was she was including the scrap in her counts and then also writing them down as scrap, so it was like getting double counted, and it's like, what the fuck, man?
Oh man,
I don't know, just like stupid
to beat
shit,
your record.
No, honey, that one is safe. That one's safe. Just tell them to get the fuck out of your way. Yo, it's one guy. He looks like hella young. He really looks like he's like 18 years old. And he was there until like around 7 today. And I asked my one coworker, I was like, did we get a new afternoon person? Because he's been on days. And the guy was like, I don't know, man. And I was like, oh, did he? Maybe the guy just left? Maybe he was pissed off that I have really eclectic music taste? Sorry, not sorry, man. If the other dude has got music,
Tell him to get the fuck out of your way. Listen to Jim. Next time he gets in there, just be like, get the fuck out of my way.
Ooh, I already got pissed off because somebody is obviously a new person because it's never been an issue before. Like left, like spilled fucking food on the tables in the lunchroom and then like left it there. And it's like, dude,
Ew.
There's no paper towels in here. You just go to the bathroom and you get toilet paper. It's not the crumbly toilet paper. You can use it. Like, clean up after yourself, man. We have like 50 million cloths in the place, and they get shipped out to get fucking washed. I'm sure you could fucking use one to clean it up. Like, what the fuck, man? It was a dried tomato. Gross. Seriously. Oh, and the machine. She's not cleaning it. She's not spraying it down enough. And she's not getting all the shit out of the nooks and crannies. So it takes me an extra 5 minutes to fucking spray it down at night. It's like, what the fuck, dudes? I'm not taking a half hour to clean this place. Half hour.
I'm not your mom, bitches.
Yeah.
Christy, were you oh-mying at what's in the chat? Or were you oh-mying at Emily?
The chat.
Thought so. Okay. Unfortunately, Shannon, that's not a possibility.
Nobody wants that fucking thing in here.
We don't invite them parts around here.
Anyway, I'm getting tired.
Yeah. It's fucking snowing. All of our snow melted in the last few days. All of it. And now it's snowing. Like 10 inches or some shit.
Was it actually warm up there?
It was above freezing.
Oh, because there's actually a U.S. Navy ship that's actually stuck off the coast up there. Because it's one of the newer ships that it's like the ships that Michael will be on, and it's frozen. It had taking its trip, its first commissioned trip from I forget where, and as it was coming around Canada, it froze. It had to pull into port to get gas, and it had froze in port and couldn't get out.
Wow.
So it's been stuck there, and it was only supposed to be like a 2-month deployment. It was going to take them 2 months to bring it all the way around where they were supposed to, and they've already been stuck in port for almost 2 months.
Oh no!
So, yeah, good times, but it was fun talking to y'all today.
Hey, Christy.
Yes.
Read your text.
Ma'am?
Read your text.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, she doesn't do that kind of work no more.
That would be a 10-4.
Okay.
I don't know what that. I feel left out.
I have good news, but I'll tell you when we're not live.
Okay.
Okay.
Since we get done being live.
Well, we were getting ready to we're getting ready to say goodnight anyway. So.
I'm gonna make them feel left out.
All y'all, we'll see y'all next time.
Yes, it was fun talking to y'all.
See y'all next time.
Woo.
I don't know when we're gonna stream again. Why don't we shoot for Thursday?
Okay.
Because Daisy goes to school, and I can tell everybody about her school day.
Mm-hmm.
I would Wednesday night, but I got to get up early and take her and stuff.
Okay.
I think she's gonna have a blast.
Good night, guys.
Night, everybody.
See you guys Thursday.
Thursday night.
Bye.
Bye, bitches.